Yo! Oh! What's good, everybody? How are you doing? Cool. Well, today I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to play with the old man JJ himself, Jiang Jun. Now, Jiang Jun in For Honor is a really good hybrid. Many people say that he's just not that good anymore or anything, but I don't think that's the case. I really think he's a really good hero to play with in For Honor. Many people just don't see his true potential if you play him right. But I'm going to teach you guys like basic ways on how to get started with JJ and my kind of play style a little bit on how I play him. Pretty much, it's gonna be a cool kind of JJ guide, maybe a little bit of coolness, maybe. I don't know, but it's just I'm gonna show you guys some good tips you could use for JJ as well, and counters you can use for JJ just to counter folks and everything else. So I hope you guys again will enjoy the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, and also like the video too, and also comment down below on the video, and also share the vids, share the channel with anybody you know, anybody, your dogs, your cats, your parrots. I don't know what else. So yeah, make sure to share with anybody else you know. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into JJ's mix-ups and combos. Let's get it. Alrighty, so now we're going to get into the mix-ups and combos with JJ. Now, JJ has a unique mix-ups and combos and everything. He can pretty much become a really cool dude, okay? Like, if you can just get it right. And also, this is going to be a bit of the openers too, so yeah. Sorry, I forgot to put openers in there, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, it's openers as well. So, I'm going to show you guys openers, mix-ups, and combos on what you can do with JJ. So, pretty much with an opener, for JJ, he has a good opener, which is the kick. And how you do this is basically you dodge forward. So you go forward, press A, and press X. So basically, you got to combine that. So dodge forward A and X just to do the kick. And what you can get after the kick is a good old light. And then you can mix it up with the heavy afterward, which is really good in my opinion. So if you practice this real quick, just a little opener with JJ, dodge forward kick, light, and feint the unblockable attack. Now with JJ's secondary heavies, on the second heavy, it's always an unblockable on each side. But if I can get the okay, then bam, we'll just go for a heavy on that one. So yeah, there's a heavy on the second heavy is always an unblockable, and it's really useful if you just predict, well, not predict, but just make the opponent predict if you're gonna throw. Yeah, my bad. Forget what I said there. Make sure you get the opponent to like predict what you're gonna like throw out. Try and get them confused, pretty much. Like confuse them on what you're gonna do, because that's what I usually do in brawls and in duels. It's like I try to get the opponent confused on what I'm gonna throw out. If it's like unblockable, like if I try and do this and everything, or if I go like this and then they think I'm gonna go for the zone unblockable. Nah, I'll go for this, or no, I'll just trick them pretty much. Just keep on tricking your opponent. That's what JJ is. He's like a little trickster. Little cheeky trickster, that's what. Okay, so the next thing I want to teach you guys is his side heavies. Now, a good side heavy for JJ, pretty much, this is what his side heavies is. It does some good damage, honestly. And you can also combo it with the light. So if you do this... Well, if you do this way, since he's blocking that way, you can get a light in like that by pressing RB while he's dodging. So if you go side dodge, pressing RB right in the middle of it, you can get a side light, which is really good, honestly. Good at finishing people off, too, and confusing the person. Another thing that you can do with JJ is you can also go for a top overhand light. Well, not overhand light, but an overhand heavy, my bad. So basically what it is like, it's basically you move forward with A and press RT. That's pretty much what it is. It's like a heavy, a really good heavy. Another starter, or another opener, my bad. Another good opener that you could use for JJ. Now, be advised, you can get parried by doing that. If you keep on doing it like over and over again, you can get parried. So it'd be advised if you just don't use it so much, just use it like a little bit, not as much. Now, with JJ's zones and everything, I usually mix up with his zones. Now, the zones, they're kind of tricky. there are a few different zones that JJ has. He has the regular zone like this, and he has his hidden stance zone right here. His like a stamina regenerator zone, which is a good unblockable. So if you want to mix up with that, pretty much here's a good mix up you guys can do. Basically, this and go for this, pretty much. So what I did there is I went for the kick, go for the light, feint the heavy unblockable, and then go for this. And you can unleash the unblockable, or you can just keep this and try to dodge the opponent's attack, which is really cool with JJ, that you can dodge the opponent's attack. If I show you guys real quick on what I mean about dodging the attack, and we're going to get back into the zone quick soon. That's what I mean. You can just use that. And the way you do this is basically you hold back the right trigger. That's what you do. You hold back the right trigger, or the right stick on Xbox, or if you're on PC, I think it's what was it? I think it's like either a key button. I could be wrong, honestly. This is what I do for Xbox and everything. I'm not much of a PC player, but this is what it is on Xbox or PS4. Pretty much you can just hold this back and everything, but don't hold it back all the time, because the opponent can get a guard break out of you, a free guard break, which could lead to a free heavy. Well, can lead to a free heavy. So be advised whenever you're trying to do that. So the thing that I would practice is basically the kick, light, heavy, and you can let that fly if you want. You always let this fly, but you always got to predict your opponent. And you can also go for this, the light, and go for this, which is also good, and always mix up your opponent, and you can regen your stam too. So it's always good to just basically predict your opponent. And you can also throw in the side heavies too with the light. Basically, again, going side RT by pressing RB right in the middle. That's pretty much what it is. So you basically side dodge, RB. That's what you do for this. The kick is basically go forward A, press X. That's what it is right there. This, and then you can feint the heavy right there by pressing B and all that. And then go for this by holding, well, not holding, but just, well, yeah, actually holding the right trigger. Well, not right trigger, but just the right stick. My bad. I didn't mean to say right trigger. It's right stick. my fault. Is right stick. And then you can let that fly by using the zone, which is basically RB and RT. You do this, let the zone fly. Now, there's more to JJ that is really cool if you can just master him. What's another mix-up? Another mix-up, again, is this. And then letting this fly, going for the kick. And this is what I usually do, and then I usually go for that zone. That's pretty much what I usually do, is I try to mix up. That's all it is with JJ, is by practicing, going in here, practicing, and mixing up everything, and doing it in, like, duels and brawls, and seeing what you can do against other people. Basically, his combos are amazing, and you can use them efficiently in Dominion brawls and duels again. So yeah, next we're gonna go on into the out of stamina punishes for JJ. Let's get it. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna teach you guys a little bit of JJ's out of stamina punishes. There are two that I currently know, so this is like basic punishes again. This is a basic guide to get you guys set up with JJ and how you can use him. So pretty much what I would do is I would go for the light and heavy. That's what I do for my very first punish. And the second one, you can go for a zone and a side heavy. That's another one that I usually do. I personally think that the second one is better because you get more damage. You can also go for the top as well. So you don't have to worry about like going for the sides and everything. You can also go for the top. So zone, top heavy, which is still good. Still good damage for JJ. The first one, I would actually go for it because it's safe. This is light and heavy. It's a safe punish. You can also mix it up as well. So with JJ, it's pretty cool to like mix it up with him. And also, I forgot to tell you guys, after you get like on the guard break, after you get a heavy, you can also go for a top heavy on guard break, and you can also go for a light too. So yeah, that's a little thing I want to add it there. that I forgot to put first in the video is basically this. Guard break, go for another light, which is really good with JJ at finishing people off. Really amazing and helpful. But yeah, the two zones that I would just focus on with this is basically light, heavy, and then see, I ran out of stamina there. Yeah, you gotta watch out whenever you're doing that, because this can cost a lot of stam. So let me do this again. The first one, light, heavy, and then the second one, zone, top heavy, and then you can go for the side heavy too is another option. Zone, side heavy. So yeah, you can do it on both sides and on the top. So yeah, that's it for the out of stamina punishes. Next, I'm gonna get into the counters with JJ. Let's do that right now. Okay, now with JJ's counters, pretty much, he has several types of counters. Okay, so he has an unblockable zone. He has the choke, pretty much, and I think those are the only two that he has for counters. I'm thinking, yes, that's pretty much it. You have the zone with the light after it. It's like an unblockable zone, which is really good, and you also have the choke, which is it was good before, but now it's not. You'll see what I mean and everything if I put the opponent's stamina on instead of off, really. So I'm gonna let the bot basically throw out a heavy, and I'm going to parry it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I mean here. We can go. No, that's not it. I went too far. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Okay. So here is the choke. See, it would do more stamina than that, like a patch ago or patches ago. But since they patched the choke, it's not that good. But it's still good, honestly. If your opponent's throwing heavies out, you can still get them out of stamina. And you can also go for a zone heavy, or you can go for the top, go for the light and heavy on that. But the choke itself is still cool, still good to use. If you want to like crowd control your enemy, pretty much, like get them away from you, give you good distance, and it can be going on walls to get a free heavy off and a zone. So yeah, it's always good. It's always good to use this. So yeah, the choke itself is really useful to just get a free heavy off on walls and everything. And the next thing I'm gonna show you is the zone unblockable. Okay, so go ahead, and you can get free light off that. Well, yeah, you can, and it's really useful too. You can also delay it if you want to. You don't have to. That's just if you want to. But they can and will be able to parry it or block it. Well, block it or parry it. So yeah, those are the two kind of counters you can use. And the way you use those counters, basically, when the bot parries you, you basically press X for the choke, and then when you parry the bot again, you basically press RB and RT for the zone unblockable, which are both really good counters with JJ. I mean, it's like Lawbringer in a sense, where Lawbringer, you basically can get two stuns off one parry, but with JJ, you basically can get like a choke off, which can take stam, but some stam away, not a lot, and you can also get a free, well, not a free, well, yeah, it's a free unblockable zone unless they parry it, unless they know you're throwing it out. So yeah. Be advised with the zone, people can parry it. They will parry it if they can, if they'll get the chance to. That's the thing. That's the thing about JJ. You just got to be predictable, be clever, and lucky. That's pretty much it with JJ. JJ is like unblockable zones and counters. But yeah, next, let's go ahead and move on to the final thoughts with JJ. My final thoughts. Okay, the thing about JJ is that he is really good at almost everything. He's a really good hybrid. I really like his moveset. I like how he is. I like how he's how he flows and everything. It's just really good. The only thing about him is that it's really hard when you're starting out. So I highly recommend just practicing some of the moves I taught you guys today. It's like basically how to open up and start with JJ. He's worth it for 10k steel or 15k, either 10k or 15k steel for the Wulin faction and everything. And also, if I were to put him on a tier list, I put him at a high B tier list because he's so versatile, uh, but he's very complex to play. He's very hard to play at the beginning, but once you get him down, bam, he's a really good hero to play with. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Please, again, leave a like to the video and also subscribe if you're new. And also comment down below, what do you guys think about JJ and how would you use him in brawls, duels, and Dominion? Would you use him defensively, offensively, or balanced? Let me know in the comments down below. But with that being said, again, I'm TheGamingRaptor. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, peace out.